Hi, this is Jacqueline here with the Grow Program. Thank you for growing with me on today. God bless you as you grow. I thank God this morning for waking up growing in Him. I thank God this morning for this day, my daily bread. Whatever circumstances I find myself in, I find myself happy and joyful in God. We're standing in some quicksand. That's what it feels like we're standing in quicksand and we're sinking in. But honey, God is the lifeline. God got a lifeline for each of us, and that lifeline is the chain of love. God taught us all how to love. We know how to love. We got the side from God, so we take the reign and we grow and we lift and we come up and we overcome the oppression that's all around us. The oppression will take you to depression, that take you out of here, that take you on up out of here, and then we become, as the word says, lover of selves, lover of ourselves. We start loving ourselves so much that we just stomp out the next person. I just want mine. I just want it. It don't belong to me, but I want it. I can get it, just because I can. But is that the right way to live? To live for you and not live for your fellow man. Is it right for you to just come up, you? Because then when you come up, guess what? You got the world, yes. But I'm telling you, do God got you? Are you one of God's? Because you can't buy your way in. You ain't buying your way in, and you ain't coming in off the backs of your brother. So, honey, I'm telling you, turn around and serve righteousness. It's time to grow in love, okay? Thank God. I thank God on this morning. I read yesterday that Russia, United States, and prayerfully Ukraine, they coming in and they going to have a summit about Ukraine. I pray that they can talk and have some peace and some compromise, some understanding. Because, see, under this right here, what you trying to do, your own selfish reasons, you got people up under you. You got people who look at you. That's why we can't go on this highway of life living any kind of way. We are role models. We are legends. It may not seem like it, but somebody looking at you. Your legacy is going to be left, and they're going to remember this and remember that about you. Don't you want them to remember that you was about love? Because I can tell you this, that at one point in your life, somebody taught you about God. Somebody taught you about love. You know how to love Vladimir Putin. You know what love means. You know what it means to compromise and understand and give and live. Don't come in there with blood shed, because then that blood is on your hands. That blood is going to be left with you. I'm going to tell you, I wish I could talk to him. That blood is going to be left with you on your hands. And then you got to turn and look to God. What did you do? God already know, man. You was out for you. You looked out for self. You didn't look out for the people. You supposed to be a role model. See, that's one thing I can say. Even though we ain't perfect, ain't none of us perfect. You can disagree and think about this and think about that. But I can tell a child of God. That is all of us. But I can tell one that is truly dedicating them lives to trying to make things better for us. And that's Joe Biden. I can say that Joe Biden is a man of God. You can say this about his policy. You don't like this. You don't like the COVID. You don't like none of this. But, honey, I'm telling you something. He one man, and he can't please everyone. So who he please God. He do the right thing. That I can tell you about Joe Biden. But now he over there, he trying to relegate this circus, because Congress done turned into a circus. They done turned on one another. The House of Representatives done turned on the House of Representatives. Honey, they ain't representing nobody but themselves. Honey, there's only a few people of God that I see in there that I can name on my hand, where at one point the lawmakers used to be men of God. They knew God was love. That's why they started the turning point to turn us around towards that direction. If you look back over history, bit by bit, from them inviting Booker T. Washington up into the White House, From them starting to do this and do that, just start making a way. That's what they began to do, is pave the way. They were the freedom fighters. Dwight Eisenhower telling you, in God we trust, not in this money. He could have put that on there. In this money we trust. He could have put that on there, but he knew. In God we trust. We don't chase the paper. See, when I went to the motherland, I didn't go chasing paper. I went over there chasing souls. I went over there to sow love. I went over there to grow love. And honey, I'll tell you something. Them people over there don't wear no mask. You know, there's so many people over there, they walking around, honey, and they just in love. Yeah, you got stuff going on. Stuff goes on everywhere. You just step out the door and there go oppression there. So the motherland ain't no different. I walk wherever I wanted to walk down the street. I mean, just crowded, full of people everywhere. I wouldn't walk out here like that with a crowd full of people. I see walking down the street, honey, I'm going to wait till they leave, and then I'm going to walk. You know, I can't walk like that. But, honey, over there, it was a different atmosphere because that's how everybody was. And I tell you, they eat healthy. You know, they ain't no McDonald's, Burger King, Church's Chicken, and none of those things. You know, 5 guys, two men in a truck. I'm telling you, honey, they rode on that bus 10, 15. One was hanging out the door. You know, I'm telling you, if he flagging other people, come on. If we got some more room, they packing them in there, honey, love. I'm telling you, it was about love. That's what I saw. You know, but, you know, I saw some other different things. Saw the Nigerian police. You know, I saw what they was doing. You know, but, you know, the coin got two sides. You know, they thinking people scamming. They thinking people coming across the border bringing rice and different things. See, because there in Nigeria, they make the people work for themselves. Make them, you know, have your business. You know, you have your, but we gonna tax you. You know, we gonna tax you here on the street, and we gonna tax you. You know, I don't know if they pay taxes in that. Look, I mean, because it's stores, I got to look that up. It's stores all down around there and not everywhere. I don't think they tax them people like that. Them people ain't got no addresses and stuff. No mail come there. You know, I'm telling you, don't nothing come there. Honey, them people over there making it do what it do in God. They are. You know, you got some other folks doing some other different things. You got gangs and different things just like you got over here. But, honey, I walked everywhere. I went here and there, and I was just shown love. Little kids just looked at me. That's our hope for tomorrow. And they just looked at me, you know, and I could see, you know, that they knew that there was special, you know, about me. I'm over there growing with them. I'm going to grow every day. Their hope for tomorrow, today. Grow in God. Rise up. Link up. We're going to grow up over this oppression. We're going to grow in God each and every day on a journey, striving to reach our greatness. Greatness in God. Because grow is here, and grow is about God. That's why grow is here. Grow is here and grows by God's why grow is here. Grow is here and grows by God's why grow is here. Grow is here and grows by God's why grow is here. That's why grow is here. I'm telling you, honey, that's why grow is here. That's why grow is here. Grow is here and grow is about God. That's why grow is here. I speak about God every day, and I'm going to tell you, it don't matter what your religion happen to be. In your religion, God is love. That's the one thing. You know, it's this. Now they done broke it down different way. The woman got to dress this way. She got to act that way. She can't sit over here on this side. She got to sit over here on that. They got all these different rules and different things that they done put all in religion. Guess what? To control. That's what it's all about. And then on top of that, you got to pay to be a part of the group. Now, if you believe this way, then you come on in, you a part of the group. You believe that way, come on in, you a part of the group. When you begin to speak up, speak your mind about the group, you want to throw your ideas into the group, you get shut down by the group. So what you do, get a grip, go find a group of like-minded people and grow. That's what you do. You grow for the breakthrough. Get a grip, get out the group, get your own group, and group up. Group up in God. That's how you do. These people don't want to do right. These people don't want to act right. These people ain't looking for greatness. Honey, they will hold you down. There's dead weight on you. They will hold you down. You can't fly with dead weight on you. Let that dead weight go off of you. Shed. Come on, mountains, shed. Rise. Rise to reach your greatness. Greatness in God. We're going to rise. We're going to link up, lock up, and rise up like the great big tide. And I'm going to tell you something. When I was over there standing in front of that ocean, honey, I wanted to go out there. You're the ocean. You want to go a little farther than your ankles there. You want to go farther. Down the way, I see down there that they were down there worshiping in the ocean. They were worshiping. And they were throwing things in the ocean. Bowls and different things. I started to pick the bowl up. I wanted to bring it back home. I said, no. He said, no. Leave it. So I left the bowl alone. I ain't going to touch that bowl. He said, no. So, but I wanted to walk out there in the ocean. I wanted to get like maybe waist high. I ain't going to fight the ocean. I know I can't fight the ocean, but I just want to go out there and play in the ocean a little bit. Honey, I was told, no, the ocean is angry. And sure enough, and I'm telling you, that tide, we were ankles. We were ankle in the water. That tide rose up and almost knocked us down. I'm telling you, when that tide got off of us, sand was everywhere. We had sand all over, and we was only ankle high. Ankle high. So I'm telling you, honey, that ocean ain't nothing to play with. He said before the tide hit us, the ocean is angry. Because of the way that we are living, the way we are treating the environment, the way we are treating each other. We are not taking care of one another. We are not taking care of the environment. We are not so in love. We are so in love with ourselves that we can't see around us. We can't see the fact that we are here to use our life as a gift to lift those around us. That's how we drive ourselves up. We all come up. We drive ourselves up. We all come up. I don't know how they got out. I wasn't there. I seen the video. I don't know how they got out. But those crabs got out that suitcase. They figured a way out. And they got out that suitcase crawling all over the airport, honey. So I'm telling you something. It's time for us to link up, and get out of this suitcase of oppression that we've been in, because it's suffocating. It's just like depression. It suffocates you. Depression just wraps you all up because, see, you done already claimed depression. You done already said, I got depression. So depression got me. When you got depression, whenever you got depression, depression got you. Whatever you got, you claim, it got you. Anxiety, it got you. You claim anxiety. Anxiety got you. Whatever you claim, it got you. So, and it controls you. You let it control, because, see, you got it. So it got you. Y'all got each other, So what you got to do is break free of that chain and rise from that, because ain't nothing got you but God. That's all that got you. That's all you need is God. That's all I had when I went to the motherland was God. I went trusting on the Lord. And I'm telling you, I'm keeping it 100. I went trusting on the Lord. I'm coming with the truth and the proof, and the truth is marching on. God's truth is marching on. The truth is love. That's God's truth. God's truth is love. Russia is love. Go in there and help Ukraine. What you want? Because, see, you can take whatever you want anyway. Go in there and help Ukraine. Go lift Ukraine. Go show Ukraine what to do. What do you want? You want to be co-partner? You want to be Russia, Ukraine with your name? Vladimir, Russia, Ukraine. Okay, there it is. There you got it. Now, leave the people be. Help the people out. Lift Ukraine. We don't need no more bloodshed. War. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again. War. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Vladimir Putin, I'm telling you, war is good for nothing. Whatever you want, he can get it anyway. Whatever you want, just go get it. You want something out the store, they'll give you, they'll name a store after you. And you come in there anytime you want to and get what you want, for free. So what is it that you want? I'm telling you, look out for those around you. Help look, because see, in the end, his eye is on the sparrow. As you grow, God is watching you. God already knows, honey. God already sees. You can buy it all up here. You can run it all up here. But when you leave here, it's all staying here. And you going on there and you got to go face judgment. What did you do? How were you a help? I'm telling you, honey, your legacy. The spirits are not resting and they are not asleep while evil is up doing. Evil spirits all around us. Energy, that's energy. And they can make stuff move. They can do stuff. They can throw mops up against the wall. They can run water down the wall. They can feel like they standing right behind you. You turn around, ain't nothing there at all. They everywhere. And people are used by evil. People are used by evil, just like there are some who are used by God. Way back in the day, they had these people, they had names for them. I guess they were called Quakers, but a lot of them weren't Quakers. They had people who, would help the ancestors through. They show them the way. The Underground Railroad, I went through a part of the Underground Railroad over there in Missouri. I walked through, the cave and different things and saw, took pictures. And I'm telling you, all along the way, the freedom fighters, they paved the way. They broke the chains in the beginning. They showed you the statues, they broke the chains to let us know, break the chain of oppression with love. See, because when they came over there looking for gold, different things, they had their hand out. They showed them love, because we are people of love. God showed us love. Those kings and queens were taking care of their people. Yeah, you had slavery and different things that went on, but it was indentured servants. It was a whole different thing, honey. It wasn't nothing like evil. Piercing somebody's mouth with a lock to make sure they don't talk to each other to try to find a way out. Shackle people down together, ankle to ankle, where they can't move, wrapped up in chains, in bondage. See, Roots, 12 years a slave, Birth of a Nation, all those movies cannot, do you hear me, portray the evil that our ancestors went through. They went through pure evil. But we as a people, we grow from here. We rise from here. See, because turning and us versus them, that never worked out, honey. We got to grow in love. You can't fight fire with fire. You got to fight fire with love. You got to come in with love. I tell them Proud Boys, I got a message for them. They really going to be proud. All human life came from Africa, honey. You ain't supreme over nobody. You ain't even supreme over yourself. Somebody could walk up to you and tell you, give me them shoes you got off your feet. You ain't even supreme over them shoes. You ain't supreme over nothing. You hear me? Oppression is all around us. Right now, oppression is everywhere. I'm telling you, that trouble, honey, you don't have to be bothering nobody there. And here come trouble. Here come problem right behind you. He was hot on her heels. When she stuck the key in the door, he was almost, if he'd have reached, but see, God was in the way. God was right there. Honey, when she stuck the key in the door, she went on in and she shut the door and locked it real quick because God was right there. God blocked that oppression there. He took his shoulder and hit up against the door to try to make the door open, honey. He was hot on her heels, but God was right there. God was everywhere, honey. God was all around her as she had that key in her hand. So I'm going to tell you something, honey. We got to take a stand. See, because oppression is everywhere. Man and woman is all around us, honey. So look, what you got to do, you got to sow love. Sow love for the breakthrough. You got to sow love. God is love. It don't matter your doctrination, inclination. God is love. In the end, the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the thing at the top that holds it all together, the umbrella, all them different parts, different pieces, but that's the thing at the top to hold it all together. It's got to be something. That something is God. We are the human race. We are one race, and that is the human race. One blood, red, grow positive. Amen. Amen, church. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. God bless you. God is love. And as we grow, they will know God is love. And we're going to grow forth in love. God's will shall be done on earth as it is in heaven. My grandmother told me that. And I know that's a fact. Because this is God's earth. This ain't none of his earth. This ain't none of his earth. He may have this and that. He may have all of that, but there's and all of that has him. And in God, there's none of that. He ain't buying his way in, and that's a fact. He ain't gonna buy his way in the kingdom. The rich, pride, and boastful, the first shall be the last, and the last shall be the first in God. Take the Bible and apply it to your life in righteousness. We are spiritual beings. You are not under control of religion. We are spiritual beings. God is love. God is looking at you, spiritual being. His eye is on the sparrow. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. Grab some love, take the reign, and grow.